Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're a student working on your undergraduate project, master's thesis, or PhD dissertation, or even journal publication, then this video is extremely important for you. Today I'll be showing you how to avoid plagiarism and reduce your Turnitin Similarity Index. Not by cheating the system, but by understanding academic writing, proper citation, paraphrasing techniques, and ethical research practice. Before we dive in, please take a second to like this video, share it with your friends and research group, click the notification bell so you don't miss out on my future tutorial, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel to support this channel. Your support helps me to create more high quality academic and data analysis content for you. Now let's get started. What is Turnitin? So Turnitin is basically um, a plagiarism detection software that is used by most academic institutions. And the primary function is to compare whatever has been submitted to it against a very vast database of information. And basically what this database does is um, it's going to compare your work with academic journals, books, or in various student papers, even conference papers as well. And then it's going to look for the similarity between your work and those other work. And at the end of the day, it's going to give what we call the similarity index report, which is basically indicating the percentage of your text that matches these sources. All right, so there is difference between similarity and plagiarism. So similarity index simply represent the percentage of your text that matches existing sources. Okay, it's a statistical measure, not a judgment of intent, meaning that it is not something that you may do intentionally. Okay, so it might arise as a result of no proper quotation or probably no proper citation. Plagiarism, on the other hand, is the act of using someone else's work or idea without properly acknowledging them. So basically, it does not arise as a result of matched text, but then it is basically you taking somebody's work and claiming ownership of the work. All right. So, how to avoid similarity in the, how to reduce your similarity index. So, for example, if you're writing a paper, and you want to copy out something from that paper to your work, what many students does is they copy the word exactly as it appears in the original source. That is one. And also, um, the students may have insufficient knowledge of whatever they are copying. Okay, because most students what they do is just copy and paste. And as a result of that, when you submit your work for Turnitin check, it's going to give a high um, similarity index. Take for example, if we say technology integration improves student engagement and enhances classroom participation. Now the student goes out to copy it, even after properly citing the work. Technology integration improves student engagement and enhances classroom participation. Turnitin is going to flag it as being similar. So the idea is not just to copy the work or to use different synonyms. The idea is to be able to read what you want to copy and then critically um, change the sentence structure without changing the meaning. All right, so now let's look at this. If we have the original text as um, in technology integration improves student engagement and enhances classroom participation, and the student says the use of technology increases student involvement and improves participation in classroom activities. Yes, he has changed some of the words, used some synonyms, but then the structure of the sentence is still the same. Okay, so Turnitin is still going to flag this as being similar. You have paraphrased, but then it's weak. All right. So to effectively paraphrase, it's going to involve more than swapping a few words. We're going to require to have a deep understanding and completely restructure whatever we want to copy. Okay, we have to change the structure, we have to change the vocabulary, but then the meaning must be preserved. And then we have to have what we call proper citation. So this approach will significantly reduce similarity score. Remember, we stated the similarity index is different from plagiarism. So plagiarism, you just go and take up somebody's work and claim that to be yours, and that is an academic offense. Our emphasis is going to be on how to reduce your similarity index score. All right. So for another example is this. The original text, inflation is a sustained increase in the general price level of goods and services in an economy. And somebody goes and copy, inflation is a sustained increase in the general price level of goods and services in an economy. Of course, this is going to be 100% similarity match if such a submission is made. So how do we paraphrase? Okay, so now let's say, for example, we completely rephrase the definition in your own words. That is being able to paraphrase, very important for academic writing or research writing. So you must be able to write the structure, the sentence in your own words, ensuring that both the vocabulary and sentence structure are distinct from the original. We've talked about this earlier. Now, the example we used, inflation refers to a continuous rise in the overall cost of goods and services within an economy. If you paraphrase what we talked about earlier, this demonstrates your understanding and preserve direct matches. Now look at what with the original definition. Inflation is a sustained increase in the general price level of goods and services in an economy. Now we say inflation refers to a continuous rise in the overall cost of goods and services within an economy. So we preserve what was used, but then we have changed the structure and we have demonstrated our understanding and preserve direct matches and prevent direct matches rather. Also, if the original wording is essential or particularly concise, you can quote it directly, but always with correct citation. Now, we can also say, in this case, according to Jones 2019, inflation is a sustained increase in the general price level of goods and services in an economy, putting it in quote. Now, very important. While quoting is acceptable, avoid overusing direct quotations in your academic writing. Your voice and analysis should be dominant. All right, so a step by step for a robust paraphrasing method. One, read and understand, very important. Two, close the source where you have read, where you want to copy from, close it. write from your memory. Then when you have written from your memory, you now compare, then add citation. The reason it is essential to close the source and write from your memory is so that you are not tempted to copy from the original text. All right. So enhancing originality and reducing similarity index. First, when you want to copy from another source, it is important to try to synthesize multiple sources. Very effective. So you get um, whatever you want to copy from one paper, you get the same thing from another paper, you get it from different set of papers. So now what you do, this is very effective, and I do it a lot. So what you do now, you now combine the insights of from from one paper, from different papers into a single paragraph to form a more comprehensive and original argument. So let's say you say John et al. 2022 said that this happens to this refers to the probably you want to have a definition. This refers to something this and this and this, but then this other person defined and this other person defined and this other person defined, and you have you have a robust um, definition of that thing you wish to define. And when you do that, you're forming a new argument based off of different arguments. The next is to integrate your own analysis. So when you want to copy something, don't just present the information, provide your critical interpretation, evaluation, and unique perspective. Very important. Because if you once you do this, anybody who sees your work will take it for being very original. So you don't just copy a definition from an article, or you don't just cite somebody without including your own interpretation, your critical interpretation, evaluation, and your own perspective. The next is to break down complex sentences. So simplify and rephrase into intricate sentence or section from sources into digestible parts in your own words. So when you read something you wish to copy from a paper, and the grammar used is complex, you can break it down and now say it in your own word. Okay, so when you do that, you're actually paraphrasing. And lastly, interpret findings. So instead of directly quoting or closing paraphrasing methodology, explain the findings and their implications in your unique academic voice. Also very important. Okay, so with all this information, I believe your next article will have a difference. A lot of students have struggled on how to reduce similarity index score. At the end of this video, you should be able to write a paper, you should be able to write your thesis, your dissertation, and come out with something very, very original. Thank you.